What's good, boys? Zach back here with another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the only way to find winning dropshipping products in 2026. Everyone thinks finding a product in 2026 is about finding a problem-solving product, which can work, but that belief is why most people stay stuck. See, when you're just selling a problem-solving product, you're not hitting a deeper emotion in your customer, especially because we are running Facebook ads. At the start, we are relying a lot on impulse purchases. So for a lot of times for these just generic problem-solving products, the customer is just going to go to Amazon, and that is not what we want. But the real reason why my way of product research actually works is because we are looking for the product to solve a deep desire in the customer. And once you really understand deep desire, everything becomes stupid simple. So first I'll show you what we're gonna be going over in this video. So it's gonna be product criteria. So obviously first, deep desire, level of market sophistication, visual product, unique product, lightweight and cheap and not saturated but still in demand. And at the end, we are going to be doing live PR. And this is the exact same product research strategy that I use to be able to hit 100K months, and my students use, like my student Xander, who just hit a 40K month last month and is already scaling up his new brand this month as well. And once you see product research this way, you won't be able to unsee it or do it a different way. So let's get into this video. So the first thing we're gonna go over is deep desire. So the whole point of deep desire is that this will make them impulse purchase because they have such a deep desire attached to this emotion that they have, or this problem that they have, that once they see the solution for it, they have no choice but to just go to your website and actually buy the product. Some examples of things that are really deep desires are, number one, moms wanting their kid to do really good in school. Because obviously if you're a parent, you don't want your kid getting left behind. You don't want your kid being the stupid kid in the class. So if there's a product where it's going to speed up the learning curve and make them learn faster, get smarter, be ahead of their class, moms know that that's going to set their kid up for success later down the road. So that's a deep desire to get their kid kind of ahead of the curve, make sure that they're not falling behind and that they're one of like the stupid kids, if that makes sense. Another example is old people wanting to feel younger again. Because if you're starting to get to that age where like your knees hurt, your back hurts, you're getting a bunch of wrinkles on your skin, maybe your hair is starting to turn a different color, that's just a sign where like you know death is coming. So nobody really wants to feel like they're approaching death. So if you're selling a product to older people and it's like this new anti-aging supplement or whatever, they're going to see that, and if you have obviously good marketing, good copy, everything like that, and it's a good product, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, I actually need this. Like, it's going to get away my wrinkles, it's going to reverse my aging, it's going to make me feel younger, I'm going to be able to feel like I'm in my 20s again, all this. Old people want to feel that. Like, they don't want to keep on like just digressing, then finally die. Like, no, they want to feel like they're active, they're mobile, they can still hit the gym, they can play with their grandkids, they can do all of this stuff. They don't want to feel like they're just like losing a battle that they're never going to win and eventually end up dead. Like, they want to feel younger, and that's just a deep desire that everybody, to be honest, not just like old people, but like anybody that's like over 35, 40 plus, you start to feel that age really setting in, and you're like, oh, whoa, hold on, I'm supposed to have another 60 years left of my life. Like, I got to start doing something about it. And then boom, you come in with your product, you really capture their deep desire to wanting to feel younger and everything like that, and boom, they go to your website, impulse purchase. That's why deep desire is so important. This is the main criteria that you guys must hit. Quick side note before we go into the next product criteria that you have to hit. If you want to see how I think through product selection in real time and want personalized training from me to find winning products in 2026, I'll leave a link below. You don't need to understand this video completely, but it will give more context if you want to go deeper into product research. So I'll leave that link below. This next one is also super important. The level of market sophistication. Some of you guys maybe have seen this graph, some of you maybe haven't. I really recommend that you guys study this graph and understand the different levels of market sophistication. For dropshipping and how we do product research, which is on Callo, most of your products are going to be landing between the 3 and 4 range. And the reason why you don't want to sell anything that's in like level 5, basically like what I would consider like a level 5 would be something like hair loss, right? Every person who has thinning hair or is starting to go bald has already seen every single thing that they could possibly see on hair loss. There are multiple 9-figure brands that are in hair loss. And if you think that you're going to come in as just this drop shipper starting out, maybe you only have like 6 years of experience underneath your belt or even less, you're not going to be able to come in and compete with these top marketers that are in that space. You want to stick to more of the 3 to 4 range, right? And basically, I'll just kind of give you like a quick like brief of what level 3 and 4 are. So basically what level 3 is, introduce a mechanism that offers a logistical reason why your claim is achievable. So level 3 is where you introduce a mechanism that's different on your product versus your competitor's product, right? And that's going to be big because, like, yeah, maybe your competitor has already seen this before, but now that your product, you have a different unique mechanism that helps them either solve it in a quicker way, better way, easier way, something like that. They're going to be like, all right, yeah, and then you also back it with a logical reason of why this unique mechanism makes it easier, better, quicker, anything like that. They'll be like, yeah, all right, this makes sense, and they're going to go ahead and buy your product. Now with level 4, this is going to be where it's a little bit more saturated. You have to create a unique mechanism now. You're going to have a unique mechanism in your product to actually be able to sell it, right? People have already seen tons of products like yours before. They've already seen some that are like different than the first ever like launch of that product that there's been. Now you need something that's even better than your competitor, an even better upgrade or unique mechanism in your product that's going to help it stand out versus just the average other products that are also on the market. So that's kind of what I want you guys looking for. Make sure you guys study this graph, do a little bit more research on the level of market sophistication. This is going to be very, very important so you're not testing products that are in super saturated markets, because if you do test products that are in super saturated markets, you're going to have to spend a lot more money on testing different angles, avatars, everything like that till you eventually find your angle that works, and then you can eventually scale. But we're trying to get products launched and make money right away. So just stay away from stuff that's in like level 5 and really understand the market sophistication levels. The next thing that we want to be looking for is a product that is visual or instant. The reason why this works is because it builds trust with the customer that the product is actually going to work. This is really, really important, especially if you're like under that 200K rev threshold, because you're not really skilled enough to market products like supplements. So you just selling an instant product or a visual product will be a lot easier for you to market and sell, because the customer already trusts that it works because they can literally see in your ads somebody else using it and it working on them. This is a very, very good one that you guys should be looking for in your products, especially if you're under 200K rev. If you guys are over 200K rev and are better at direct response copywriting, then yes, you guys can go ahead and sell supplements. That's exactly what I'm doing right now, building out my supplement brand. The next product criteria that you need to hit is your product has to be unique. This is going to kind of tie back to the market sophistication level, because if we look over here, you can't just sell a white t-shirt, right? Everybody's seeing a white t-shirt. If you're thinking, damn, I need a white t-shirt, they're probably just going to go to Amazon, Walmart, Target, anything like that. They already know and they can picture in their mind where they get their white t-shirt at. If the customer can already picture in their mind where they're getting that product at, that's probably a product that you don't want to sell, because so many people already have a destination where they're going to go to get it, and that just means the product really isn't unique. It's been around for a while. So we'll kind of go into why you need this. So like your product has to stand out, whether it's a product they haven't seen before or a product that they have seen before but it has a new unique mechanism. You need one of these things. So it either has to be a product that most people haven't seen before, like it's really new, it's pretty untapped, not a lot of people have seen this product before, or it is a product they have seen before, it just has a unique mechanism on it that makes it even better. So this is what you want to be looking for when you're looking for a product that fits the unique criteria. Just make sure you're not selling something that everybody's seen before. For example, we'll just do like concealer, like makeup concealer for women. Every single girl probably already has a set destination where they're going to go get their concealer. So if you're going to come on and try to sell that, it's going to be really, really hard to compete because there's so many big beauty brands out there. So that's just kind of an example of like something you'd want to stay away from. The next thing that your product has to be is lightweight and cheap, right? Max, absolute max, your product should be 3 kilograms. You should not go over this. So if you go over this, you're going to be spending like $40, $50 on shipping alone. So just make sure it's under this. Obviously, like the lower the better. If your product is around 3 kilograms, just make sure that the perceived value is there and that you're going to be able to justify selling it for like $100 up to $150. Because if you can't justify that, that product's just not going to work, because nobody's going to pay $150 for a product that in their mind they think would cost like $60. The reason why the product has to be lightweight and cheap is because obviously running Facebook ads, and you want to mark up the product at least 4 to 5x, and it's harder to do this with really heavy products. Like we're talking about, if your shipping price alone is going to be like $40, $50, add in product price another $20, you're not going to be able to mark it up and sell this product for like $400, right? If you have a lighter weight product, let's say it's like under 1 kg and the total cogs on it are like $7 to $10, right? You can easily price that product up 5x and sell it for $49.99, $59.99, something like that, especially if the perceived value is there and your marketing is there. You can easily mark it up. Just so you guys kind of know how shipping works, like 1 kg, that's going to be around like $6 to $7 for shipping, and then obviously plus whatever the product price is. 2 kg is going to be a little bit more expensive, around $10 to $14, and then 3 kg, again, a little bit more expensive, around $20 to $24. And then you also have to take into concept how big is the product, because when you are shipping from China, they use shipping lines like UniExpress, and how they do it is something called volumetric weight. So that's where they take the size of the product plus the weight of the product and then combine those together, and then that will equal the shipping price. So if you're selling like a massive product but it's lightweight, your shipping price is still going to be expensive. So just really make sure you're hitting like lightweight, small, and cheap. That's very, very big, because obviously we want really good margins. We're running Facebook ads and we want to be able to scale with ROASes that are like 1.2, 1.3. That's like kind of the optimal range to be at. And how expensive your product is going to be to actually ship it out to the customer is going to be very, very important when it comes to that. Now, the next thing that we want to go into, which is very important, is not saturated but still in demand. So what I'm looking for when I look on Facebook ads library to see how many people are also running the product that I want to run is I don't want to see more than 3 comp max on Facebook. And the reason for this is because if we're testing with ripped ads, right, there's already going to be 3 other people running the same ripped ads. They're already taking up a lot of the market share because they're spending on those ads, and Facebook is going to claim them as their ads, versus now we're going to come in the market a little bit late and try to sell the same product with the same ads. Facebook's going to see that and they're not really going to like them, and they're going to penalize us with higher CPMs, higher CPCs, a lower CTR, everything like that. It's going to be hard for us to compete with those people who already launched. So really you want to be looking for like 1 to 2 competitors is fine in that they recently launched. Also, another thing I look for is for there to be 1 competitor currently scaling, because if I see 1 competitor is currently scaling, I know that this product is validated, because why would he be running this for like 20 days and uploading new ads if he wasn't making money off this product? So that's another thing I look for if there's 1 competitor scaling. And he's been running for more than at least 14 days and launching new ads. I could tell that he's scaling, and that's a product that I would go in and hop in and compete with on. Now, this is for my more advanced dropshippers if you're really trying to find untapped products. If it hits criteria, especially the deep desire part, you can launch it, but also don't reinvent the wheel. So basically what I mean by this is you want to see products that are similar to it. They aren't that product, but they're kind of similar and they're in the same market, that have scaled and done well either in the past or right now. Because you're not trying to invent a completely new market and a completely new avatar that doesn't even exist, right? We don't want to reinvent the wheel. That's just stupid. We don't want to do that. But if you do research and you see that, all right, other people have scaled up in this market right now with different types of products, then all right, this product gets a deep desire. It's different from the rest. All right, bet I can sell it. But this is really where you have to be more of an advanced dropshipper to launch products that have absolutely zero comp. Because if you're doing this, you have no validation on Facebook. So you're really just going off of your own product criteria, the product criteria that I give you guys, and you're launching strictly off that, and that there's a massive deep desire behind this. Obviously, you need a little bit more skill, because when you're a beginner and just starting out, deep desire is very hard to understand. So to be honest, I would only do this if you guys are a little bit more of an advanced dropshipper. All right, bet. Now time for the fun part. Let's do some live PR. So I'll go over to Calodata. This is where I find all my products on. And the filter we're gonna be looking on today is we're just gonna do 30-day growth rate. I'm gonna set it at 70, and that's everything that I'm gonna touch. And the first thing you guys wanna know is everything on these front couple pages, right, are just gonna be fried. They're all super, super high rev. Everybody's seen these products before. Everybody who scrolls on Calo has the same pages, right? And I don't know what the number is, but I know it's over 10,000 people scroll on Calo every single day. So you can just kind of know, like right off like the top, like every product that's on these front couple pages are going to be ran through. So you don't want to sell anything like that. So basically what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to come over here. I'm just going to drop the revenue to under 150K. And this is where we're going to be looking at. So I'll just bring you guys through my thought process when I'm looking through products on Calodata. So first, I'm not really seeing anything. Obviously, this product's going to be way too heavy. Again, like we talked about, this is a concealer. You don't really want to sell this. Every girl already knows exactly where to get a concealer at. That's just a product that you want to stay away from. All right, cooling mattress topper. This could be pretty expensive, but we're going to kind of look at it. So recently spiked, just hit a 25 or 29K day, and then recently shot down. The reason why I hit 0 is because they ran out of inventory. So if you guys see a product go completed 0 after it spiked, that literally just means that they ran out of inventory. So let's kind of see what this does. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse. All right, let's look for an actual.
I'm making up my bed real quick, but before I make it up, I want to show y'all what's been keeping me in the bed a lot longer and pressing the snooze button. This mattress topper right here, y'all. I seen another creator get it, and she was like, oh yeah, I had the best sleep ever. Baby, I cannot get my kids out of my room. I cannot get them out my bed. So They going in their own bed tonight, but baby, I'm gonna enjoy this mattress.
The one thing that I'm already kind of noticing with this product is just that the ads are really bad. When you guys do see ads that are like this, like you got a lot of just like music in the background, or like these AI ads that they make, like sometimes I stay away from those products, but like sometimes they can be good, but most of the time I'll stay away. Like,
you know how when you go
this one's actually a UGC,
to that
so let's look into
5-star
this one.
hotel and you're trying to figure out what in the world makes that bed so comfortable. It's not the bed, it's this mattress pillow top cover. Look at how thick that extra cushion is. I was honestly surprised at how inexpensive this is.
See, the thing is, like, in none of these ads are they really, like, talking about the cooling mattress. Like, this is a good product, right? Like, just by, like, off the rip, I can already tell, like, this would be a good product. Because, like, I saw a heating mattress in the past on Callow that was doing really good. But then when I went to check the TikTok comments, everybody was like, oh, I'd rather have a cooling mattress. I want to be cold when I sleep. I don't want to be warm, like all that. So this is basically the opposite, hitting what they actually want, the cooling mattress. Like this is actually like a really, really good product because it's just a topper, so it probably won't be super, super heavy. I mean, it's still going to be, you're still going to probably would have to price a product like this in like the 120 to 150 range, just because I'm guessing this is going to be around 3 kg to ship. But this is a decent product. Obviously, the ads really aren't that good. They aren't describing the deep desire behind the product. Like what we want to look for in these ads is for the ads to actually convey the deep desire behind the product. Like if in these ads, right, they were saying like, this cooling mattress helped me sleep for an extra 2 hours. Now I don't wake up anymore at night because I stay cool throughout the night, and that helps regulate my body temperature and doesn't wake me up, and like stuff like that. And they're talking about like the deep desire behind it, which would be like being able to like sleep all the way through the night and being nice like and cold, like maybe like some scientific facts about like how your body temperature affects sleep, something like that, right? And they were purveying that. They would actually be good ads, but they're just talking about like how it's like comfy and stuff. Like everybody knows like there's a million different bed toppers that are like comfortable, and like the bed themselves are comfortable, so like that's not really a deep desire. So like I would really like this is a good product that fits the criteria, but at least in the ads alone, they're not really diving into the deep desire. So I would skip that one. Maybe if you're more advanced, like you could just make your own ads off rip for this. But if you're a little bit less advanced, I wouldn't recommend doing something like that. So we'll just keep on scrolling for more products. All right, this mirror, obviously way too big, couldn't sell it. Wouldn't fit our lightweight and cheap shipping rule. Again with that, a little bit too heavy. Kids toys, we're moving out of that season right now, so you want to stay away from kids toys right now. Right now, going into Q1 and going into 2026, I really want you guys focusing on building real brands, right? Obviously, we do need a dropship to start because that's just the cheapest way to get into it. I really want you guys focusing on longevity in this and actually building up real brands and not just running pump and dump dropshipping products. Like real brands are going to be a lot more scalable for the long term, and in the long term they're going to make you a lot more money, especially if you get the exit at the end. That's very important. So I just want you guys looking for products that you actually see scaling long term. But we'll continue with the product research. I'm not really seeing anything on that page. Sweatshirt, obviously. Comfort, you don't want to sell anything from like super big brands. They will come after you and try to DMCA you, especially Muddy Mat. You guys probably know them. They have a lot of really good dog products. I know somebody who got sued for that, so just like stay away. Don't sell any like really big brand, big name products. Stay away from those. Fascia ring, mini muscle recovery. All right, going into Q1, let's kind of check out this product. Let's check 180 days. All right, so it just started picking up traction kind of around the beginning of December. So I kind of want to check the ads and kind of see what this product actually does. I don't really want to pick a long ad.
Gosh, look at that. That looks so weird. Somebody tell me why I bought this belt for my sore muscles. Someone tell me why my clothes are fitting better. That's level 1, y'all. I don't know if you can hear that, but I usually put it on like level 2. Woo! It just gets everything moving. So I've just been wearing this on my lower tummy because that's my problem area. And it's kind of like a lymphatic draining thing. It's kind of just getting things moving, and I'm not even joking. I'm feeling a little bit flatter. At about 9.
Interesting. So it does help with lymphatic drainage. It also can be used as like a massage gun for like muscle recovery. The only thing that I'm seeing is like it's kind of like it looks kind of gimmicky. Like let me watch like some other ads to kind of see if I can see like more about like what it does.
Do you see that?
All right, they're comparing it to the vibration plate in this.
Just get a good look at what it's doing right here to my belly. This is a fascia ring or a vibration plate for your gut, guys. This is helping with lymphatic drainage, helping my colon and my digestive system get rid of all the toxins and do all the work for me. It's basically like having a workout doing the work for me while I can get ready for the day. I can go pick up my kids from school. I can work out. I can do whatever I want while this is on, and it's doing the work.
See, I mean, like this, it seems like it has a desire behind it, right? Obviously, like the lymphatic drainage thing, losing weight, like getting fitter and stuff like that. But the reason why I don't really like this is because the people who are actually going to invest in workout equipment and like look healthier are people who are going to be more serious about it. And what I was kind of seeing from these ads is it's more of like a lazy way to lose weight because you just put it on and you just sit with it on. So like I'm just kind of seeing like most people who are like overweight and they don't really care about getting skinnier, they're not going to buy something like this. And that's kind of the market that like you'd be selling to with this product is people who are lazy but they want the result. And a lot of times like they're just going to be ignorant, like they probably tried products like this in the past that say, oh, you don't even have to do anything, just put this on and you'll just melt fat off you. And obviously most people know that's not how losing weight works. I would have to do a little bit more digging into this product, but kind of what I'm seeing right now, my thoughts on this product is that it's just not selling to the right people. It's just the people that it's targeting aren't passionate enough to actually buy this product, right? Like they compared it to the vibration plate, right? The reason why the vibration plate was so good and why it worked so well is because people would actually get a sweat in and feel like they're actually working out and feel like they're trying. And that's kind of like the whole thing like behind like weight loss is like, yes, like sometimes you can get away with like selling something like this where it's like, oh, you don't have to move, you don't have to do anything. But those really aren't the people you want to be buying your product. You want people who actually feel the deep desire behind it to lose weight. Like, let me put it this way. If a person's been 300 pounds their entire life and they really want to get down to 200 pounds, like they have a deep desire to actually lose that weight, they're not going to buy a product like this where it's like the lazy way to lose the weight. It's like they kind of have more of the deep desire now where it's like, all right, I'm ready to actually lock in on my weight loss and go all in. Let me buy something like the vibration plate that would actually like give me more of a workout where like I'm actually kind of getting a sweater, like the Pilates board where I'm actually doing something, I'm putting in the work and I'm getting a sweat in and it feels like I'm actually doing something versus something like this where they're just sitting down, you can like have it on throughout the day. It's like really with this product, like just the market that it's trying to sell to, they aren't really that like, they don't really have a deep desire behind them to buy something like this because they kind of don't really care that they're fat. So I mean, this product maybe could work. This would kind of be a 50-50 launch in my opinion. I just don't think that the market's good enough to really sell that product, but I mean, it could be something that you guys could probably test. Now we'll continue going through here and looking for better products, shoes. Not really seeing anything in there. Scooter obviously can't sell something like that. This photo thing, this is just very seasonal. It's a very seasonal product, like more Q4 type. So going into Q1, I'm not really looking at products that are like that. Not really seeing anything in here. Nothing really that I can see with like a deep desire behind it. Obviously, this product's cool, just way too heavy to ship. So I can't really sell something like that. All right, professional sonic muter. All right, let's look into this product. So these guys had the same thing. They spiked and then sold out super fast. I feel like I've seen products like this in the past. So like this might be like where we kind of run into like the market sophistication issue. They'll look through it.
He's gonna stop barking in 3, 2, 1.
These little guys bark all the time, and I've only had to use this thing on them about twice now, and they really don't even bark anymore. It doesn't shock them. It doesn't cause them any pain at all. All it does is use a high-frequency sound that only dogs can hear that pretty much just grabs their attention and lets them know they need to stop doing whatever they're doing. This works to get them to stop barking, jumping, and fighting, and it even works on my neighbor's dog to get him to stop barking. The sound comes from right here. You can up the frequency on the side, and there's even a little warning light right here on the front. These are on sale right now on the TikTok shop, so...
All right, yeah, this product actually looks pretty good. The only thing that we'd have to dive into is a little bit is the market sophistication. So I'll just kind of go through and see like what I'm seeing, right? All right, so deep desire, number one, get your dog to shut the fuck up. Okay, now I'm joking, but like kind of like a deep desire that you would put around this product, right? All right, your dog won't stop barking. They bark every single day, like when somebody's walking outside the door, car pulls up, doorbell rings, something like that. Also, if maybe your dog just like barks throughout the day and like maybe you live in like an apartment complex and you have neighbors and your neighbors get pissed off at you, so you're like, oh, well, I really don't want them to complain and for me to get evicted, so I really need my dog to like shut up and like stop barking. So we can obviously tell that that there is a deep desire behind this product. Obviously, nobody wants a dog that's just annoying them all day, barking all the time. Now, the next thing we'd have to look into is market sophistication. So I'll just put a question mark right here for now, because obviously there's products like this that have been sold in the past, right? There's shock collars. I've seen other products that look kind of similar to that. But the one thing that I am noticing about this product and what they're talking about is how it just gives your dog a warning through like some like sound that we can't hear, but they can hear. And now you don't need to shock them, you don't need to hurt them or anything like that. So that could possibly be the unique mechanism that this product could actually have that would make it stand out from the other products. All right, you don't have to hurt your dog to get them to shut up. Like you don't have to hit them, tell them to shut up. You don't have to shock them to tell them to be quiet and stop barking. You can just use this, and with the sonic waves or whatever he was talking about, like that will get them to be quiet, because they'll hear that, they'll kind of know, and then they'll be like, all right, I need to be quiet. And he was also kind of saying like in there how quick they can actually be trained with this product, and how it only took them about 2 to 3 times of actually using the product for them to understand, and like, all right, when he does this, when he clicks the button and I hear this sound, I need to be quiet, I need to stop barking. So obviously we need to do some more digging into here. So if you were gonna run a product like this, obviously do more digging into market sophistication. That's just kind of what I'm seeing from the ad and just what I've overall seen from my experience in e-commerce. Now for next thing, visual/instant product. Now let's look at more of the ads, but from that first ad, you could kind of tell it's a pretty visual product, because when he played the sound and when he did it, the dog stopped barking. But like we have to look into the rest of these, make sure like they're kind of showing the same
He's
thing.
gonna stop barking in 3, 2, 1, done.
No, it doesn't shock your dog.
All right, so again, yeah, like we can tell, all right, it's a pretty visual product, it's a pretty instant product, right? The dog's barking, he does the thing, and then the dog shuts up, all right? Obviously, a pretty visual product with this. The only thing that's a little hard with this is kind of iffy on the edge of visual product, just because a lot of people are going to have skepticism if this product will actually work on their dog. So this is where like you're going to have to portray in your copy on your website, and then with like reviews and stuff like that, and really make sure in the ads, every single ad, and like low-key like every single like dog type, like maybe using on big dogs, small dogs, like stuff like that, all right, this works on multiple different types of dogs, not just like one, like a good listening dog. And like you really have to portray that this product actually works, because that might be a little bit of skepticism, because like you can see in the ad how it does work. So that should be enough, but there also will be some people who will be like, my dog just won't stop barking. I've tried everything. Why would this work? And that's kind of where you're going to have to do some explaining about why this product would actually work. Now, unique, right? All right, I would say that this hits unique. Obviously, I'd have to do a little bit more deep diving if there's any other products that like do the same thing as this. But let's say without doing any research, right? The only thing that we can really see is like shock collars and like different types of collars. Not just this little flashlight thing that sends waves to the dog and a sound to the dog that makes him be quiet. So let's say like boom, like that's like the unique mechanism. All right, now you don't have to hurt your dog, shock your dog, or do anything like that. You can do it with something where they can just hear a sound and kind of cue it in their mind that whenever I hear that sound, I need to be quiet. So this could be something that does hit a unique mechanism. Obviously, again, this is where like we actually have to be diving into the product and into the market. This is what I stress with all my one-on-one students before we launch products. Make sure we dive into the market and actually understand if this is actually a unique mechanism and kind of what the level of market sophistication would actually be on this product. Now, lightweight and cheap. So we'll go find this product. Normally, I would look this up on 1688, but 1688's been tripping recently, so we'll just look this up on Ali and kind of get a rough estimate about what it would be. So, okay, we can already kind of tell on Ali it's dirt cheap. Like this one's 99 cents, so we will be able to source this product for really, really cheap. This one has a lot better reviews, so I'd definitely like use this link and send it to my supplier. But obviously, AliExpress is always going to be marked up. That's why we want to be using the private supplier. So I'd go ahead and send this to my supplier, and let's see like if they include like weight and anything on here. So let's see if we can find the weight. I do want to point something out. This does come with a battery. If you are selling stuff with batteries or it's like electronic, normally they have to use a different shipping line, which will make shipping a little bit more expensive, but not like a crazy amount. So this product will still be relatively cheap, but one thing we can do is look it up on Amazon to find the weight. All right, so we found something pretty similar to it on website, so let's check the weight. All right, so we see it's 1.76 ounces, so let's convert this to kg. So 1.6 ounces to kg. All right, so it's going to be under that 1 kg that we're looking for. So this is going to be a really light product that we can ship. And you guys can also tell by the box size, like this is a really small product as well. You can see that visually as well. But yeah, this is a product that's going to hit that lightweight and cheap to ship. So that's another check. that we can do. Now, not saturated, but still in demand. So now this is, whoops, I'm not even going to give that a check yet because we have to go into ads library. So look up a couple different keywords. Normally I look up around like 5 keywords to really tell and really see if this is something. All right, so we already see one person selling
Attention and
now, the one thing you really want to check is if these are Chinese stores, right? All right, perfect. So if you get a store like this, this doesn't count. This is not competition. So don't count these type of stores, like these general stores, as competition. So we'll just click off that. We'll see if there's anybody else selling it. All right, here's another one. Again, another general store. So still no real competition that we're seeing so far. Let's keep on going down. All right, there's a couple more people down here. Let's see, another general store. Let's see if this person is or not. All right, so I just looked up their ad account in ads library, and I'm not seeing like really any ads for that. So again, we'll just count that as no comp. But also another thing that you guys have to be doing is just turning that off so then you guys can see inactive ads as well. So we want to check inactive ads to see if anybody like launched this in the past and turned it off. So
twice now, and
this is a person who turned it off. Let's see if they're a real store and no general store. So again, no comp. And down here we got a couple more. What's this? General store. We'll keep on scrolling down here, see what this, another general store. All right, so basically what I'm seeing is like we're not really seeing any comps, just a bunch of general stores. So if we come back here, boom, we can tell, all right, it's not saturated. So now really to dive into this product to like see if I'd actually want to launch it, we'd go really deep into market level of sophistication. So we'd be seeing, all right, how much things are just like this on the market, and is there really a unique mechanism that is actually on this product that's different than the other ones that are already on the market. Same thing with the unique, they kind of tie together and go hand to hand. We'd be looking at that, and that would be the next thing I would dive into, because obviously we could tell this product has a deep desire. It's a visual product. You can tell that the dog, once you use it, actually is quiet. Again, you would definitely have to do more explaining on this product because there would be some skepticism behind this product. Is it unique? Again, we'd have to go check that. It is lightweight and it's not saturated right now. So these are just things that you guys would have to dive into even deeper. But overall, what I'm seeing, this is a pretty good product that I would go ahead and sell. At the start of this video, I said the real problem that people are facing is just selling generic problem-solving products. That's what this process that we just went through fixes. Instead of chasing products that you just think looks good to you, or just finding some random problem-solving product that you think solves some insane problem that people need. When the product actually has a deep desire behind it, ads start to feel less like gambling, and it's more predictable that when you launch a new product, it's actually going to succeed. If you guys want to see how this gets applied in real time, I share ongoing breakdowns, live examples, and decision-making inside of my Discord. It's where I document what I'm looking at, what I'm passing on, and why. I'll leave a link down to my free Discord if you guys want to go ahead and study more on product research. But yeah, boys, thank you guys again so much for watching this video. I hope you guys learned a lot about how we're actually going about choosing products going into 2026 and how we're not looking for stupid pump and dump problem-solving products, and we're really looking to build a real brand, and that product really needs to solve a deep desire for us to get there. So yeah, boys, again, thank you all so much for watching. I will catch you in the next video. Peace out.